Yo, welcome back to the forest. We're back in the old brown forest here. Those of you who are OG viewers of my old content would know this is the snowy forest. We'll see if we'll be able to have another snowy forest year. We'll see. I don't know. Yeah, I might move or something. There will be something. There's always something. So today's video is on something that is people are experiencing right now, okay? And that is the mind cage. What is the mind cage? The mind cage is when you are so miserable at your job or, occupation, or if you're in school or something and you feel like you're in prison. You can call it the mind prison. You can call it, I like the work cage. The work cage is a good one too, because that applies really to work specifically. I've experienced this, okay? I've experienced this a couple of times. By the way, welcome to Yin Vision. I'm Yin. If you're new, I talk about positivity. I talk about mindset, having a healthy mindset, making changes in your life to making it in life, making your life worth it, and kind of improving the quality of your overall life as far as like your mindset is concerned, and how you see life and how you want to experience life. Let me know if you like that. If you like that, subscribe. We talk about all sorts of stuff every day. So here's the work cage. The work cage is a place where you are stuck in that spot. It's a negative feedback loop, and it's also it's both physical and a mental place. It's a physical place because that place exists. That workplace is waiting for you on that Monday or on that Tuesday, whenever you start working your work week, and you hate it, you dread it. It could also apply to like non-office jobs. Obviously, it could apply to if you work at a McDonald's, or back when Kmart existed. I remember people were telling me all the time about, that's really where the work cage started, was when I remember people telling me, oh, gotta go back to my prison cell. And I was just like, oh my Lord. And that was like me being a shopper, like shopping at Kmart. Those were the days. Anyways, my point is, if you have this experience, okay, it's not over, all right? You will make it. You just have to recognize that you are in what I call the work cage, okay? This is when you hit a rock bottom mentality or spiraling down mentality, where you feel like everything's overwhelming, you feel like you're trapped, you can't get out, you can't escape. Whatever it is that's keeping you there, right? If it's financial, or if it's emotional, mental, maybe something even more serious than that, who knows? People have many reasons why they work in the work cage. You just have to understand that it is changeable. You can change. You will make it. You will change. You just have to be willing to take the steps to do it. Again, this takes time. Give yourself the time. Be patient with yourself. Take the pieces that you need together, right? If it's financial, find other jobs that are more fulfilling. If it's the city or state or wherever you're living in, which often it is, also income, in addition, right? In addition to the finances, the workplace, they need the money, whatever. It's also the location. The location is usually overpriced, or it's someplace where all their family is in, but it's a very extremely expensive place as far as taxes, or if it's for whatever reason, it's just expensive. It's hard to live in. I would recommend at that point finding a place that makes you happy, right? Kind of doing research, maybe use a few of your weekends or vacation times to just go out there and just kind of get a hotel somewhere in a place that you've always been interested in, that has a lot of booming work. There's lots of websites, lots of blogs that talk about, businesses that are booming in different cities and towns that have a lot of work. And especially nowadays, there's lots of work that needs to be done, but there's not employees to do it. There's lots. It's just, at this point now, you can find a state, in my opinion, that is suited to your needs, as far as what you want, as far as, trying to have like make the end to end thing, make ends meet, try to pay the day-to-day things. Again, give yourself time, right? If you give yourself 6 months, you probably, let's say it's January, if you give yourself 6 months, you probably will find someplace and be there. Financially speaking, depending on how much savings you have, you probably will be there by this fall time, right? If you give yourself, again, this is the 30-day challenge, but expanding it over the course of a year. You're giving yourself time to go to the place, research the place, call people, ask people about the place. Maybe you take a weekend and you go over there in the before summertime, then you go there during summertime. If you go there in the fall time as well, you just see what the seasons are like, right? I did that before I moved to this state. I actually did that. I was like, let me try this and then try that and then try this. Okay, all 4 seasons, I like it. All right, cool. And I did that again recently. I'm looking at a couple other places. I'm like, oh, let me try this and let me try that. Let me try this. And it's just all about trying, right? Giving yourself the time to do it. It's not a waste. You have to, in your mind, see that these vacations that you're spending are an investment in yourself, in your future. So if the vacation made you happy, then think about how your everyday is going to be for you, right? Think about how every day is going to become for you if you do that. As opposed to like living the day-to-day, back to the cage, back to the workplace. Sometimes it's just the people. Sometimes you have like a lot of crabs in the bucket, a lot of negative people, a lot of people who sulk, a lot of people who are, kind of gossipy. I've talked about gossipers in the past. Go watch my gossip video on that and why you should avoid them. If that's the case, if that's what's happening for you, if that's what's happening to you, then you need to, again, zoom out and ask yourself, why am I here? Why am I at this workplace? What am I doing? What's the mission? What is it worth it? And again, because life is short, man. This is your life. It's all about what you want. I want you to zoom out and ask yourself what you want to do with your life. What, at the end of the day, was the point of your life, right? What was your whole thing? What did you want out of life? And are you working towards that? That's the most important thing, because a lot of people will just go to that job and just give up their time. They don't have the value of themselves. You have to value yourself. And I think that's another thing that happens, is why people go to that place, is because they don't have a belief or a value in themselves. They don't love themselves enough. They think that this is all they can ever do and this is all they can ever achieve. And they don't have that abundance mindset. You need that abundance mindset. You need to have like a sky mind about that. Otherwise, you're just going to keep going back into that cycle of negativity. Go watch that video as well if you haven't already. I'll put that in the description. And that's about it. Let me know what you guys think. Are you somebody in the mind cage right now, in the work cage right now, in the mind prison? Let me know. I am rooting for you. Just remember that you can do it. I do believe in you. I know you can do it. It's going to be okay. You just have to believe it. You just have to internalize it. Keep saying it. Write it down. I will leave this place. This is the date. Have a date in your mind. Like, I will leave this place absolutely by this date, whatever it is. And make it real. Make it a real date. Make it a doable date, right? And then give yourself another date that's before that and say, I will leave by this time. So you have 2 dates. The one that's like the absolute, there's no excuse, I have to be gone before then. And then there's the, my goal is to leave early on this time. And if you don't make it to that one, it's not a big deal. Make sure that they're kind of close. Like, I always say a month or 2 months between the two. 2 months between the two, or 3 months between the two, if you think you're not too confident in your, if you're being a little too ambitious on your first, on your early date. Then do 3 months or 2 months. But if you're confident that you can do it, then definitely make them 1 month between. Then you should be fine. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Have you had this mind cage thing situation, this work cage situation? And how did you end up? How did you do it? Are you still there? Hopefully not. Let me know. Have a great day. God bless.